Welcome to SGSH Publications. So today we are having Parijata ma'am with us. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you, ma'am, for having your book published with us. And now when your book is already published and it is available on all the platforms, so how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really great because it's like my dream book, that introduction to R programming for data science, because I'm working with data science for a long time, but writing a book with a lot of requires a lot of zeal and gist from my side, and obviously a lot of continuous hard efforts and dedication from my side. And my parents were all through with me, and my husband also. He's been always an inspiring character for me to, and I should give always strenuous efforts for my resounding success, and he's been always instrumental in this. I am very much thankful to my parents and my husband, and this dream book has would never been possible without their continuous support.
Really amazing, ma'am. So, ma'am, firstly, tell our audience about your book, like what they are going to learn from this book.
Yes, actually, the book Introduction to Programming for Data Science is actually a powerful statistical programming language which is widely used for data analysis and visualization. It covers essential topics like data manipulation, statistical modeling, and graphical representation, all crucial for understanding and applying data science techniques. It will obviously a course book or guide, and typically aimed for beginners and those looking to enhance the book those looking to enhance their skills in handling especially data driven projects. So this book will be very much beneficial for them, and they will be learning all the data science basics as well as R programming, which is mainly a statistical language used for data scientists.
Really amazing, ma'am. So, ma'am, in today's world, we have seen that there's a rapid increase in data science related job opportunities and career. So, I would like to
Yes.
ask you, like, what are the key skills that any student should have to grow in, this particular field?
Yes, data science is actually the study of extracting the meaningful insights for business application. It is a multidisciplinary approach that combines the principles and practices from the fields of mathematics, statistics, artificial intelligence, and computer engineers to analyze a large amount of data. And my parents actually make a joke around me that I used to possess artificial intelligence, and this is the main inspiration that data science is actually an emerging field of artificial intelligence. I should write a book on it. So they are the main inspiring factor behind this book, because they used to tease me that I only possess artificial intelligence. So I thought of why not writing a book, and I should give it a try.
That's amazing, ma'am. Okay. So, ma'am, like students, when we see, they are very fearful of coding and programming and things like that. Like, so what would you like to say to them? Like, how can they actually, grow in, or take up this field?
Yes, actually, as a student and as a teacher also, because no
Yeah.
teacher is, every teacher has gone through the phases of being a student. And I strongly believe that in being a great teacher, we should be a great student before that. So, being a great student means continuously and gradually learning things, not to give up at any point of time. And coding is actually nothing, it is just an algorithmic representation of the entire code, so we should give it a try. And using Python, are all these are statistical analysis of a programming language, and we should learn how to run a basic code like C and C++. We should have been written 250 lines of code for a simple for solving a simple problem. And using being a data scientist or a Python developer, we can use this programming language in writing just a two piece of lines for two which corresponding to 250 lines of code. So there is nothing much fear. We should just not give up while writing a code, and every problem has a solution if we strive for it, I believe.
Very amazing. Great, ma'am. Um, So, as a professor, what's the best advice that you think you have given to your students?
Yes, as a professor, I would like to request my students, my beloved student, as I have over 6.5 years of teaching experience. I was earlier working as a associate professor in Techno India Group, Agartala. Recently, I have joined as an assistant professor in Indian Institute of Information Technology, Agartala. And my best piece of advice is that you should never give up, and the best way of being a great teacher is being a great student. So always grow on learning things, never stop learning new things, never be afraid of, and each and every problem has got a solution.
Really amazing, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful advice. So, ma'am,
Yes.
you know, like as a teacher, as you said, that you are a great learner as well. You keep on learning from your, from the situations or from the students. So, I would like to ask from you, what is the, one of your unforgettable lesson that you have, learned from your students?
Yes, actually, in my master degree days, I actually have to write a piece of program on active contour model, and that was very much difficult for me. I have to just mug up things that how to. I do not even know how to write a single piece of code in Python. It was very much difficult for me in the beginning, but at the end of the first semester, I have just through my constantly learning of things and just surfing through Google that what will be the corresponding piece of code for this particular problem. I have just written 250 lines of code for this active contour model, which is actually a nightmare for me. So just with the help of perseverance and the dedication and hard work, of course, I have slowly and gradually and constantly learned things, and have also learned programming a lot. And today I am a brushed up programmer, I can proudly say. And this is all because of my dedication and hard work. And actually, programming is like a cakewalk if your basic concept is clear, of course.
Very amazing. Okay, ma'am. So, tell us about your journey of writing. Like, where, at what age you first started to write?
Actually, I've started my writing journey from Bachelor of Engineering days. That time I actually could not write. I do not actually know how to express my things. That means how to express a problem or a solution to a problem which I have found out. Then gradually, I have just started looking around the Google Scholar Web of Science and those specialized websites, just to see how actually the authors represent their solution to a problem. Then gradually I understood that in writing, what is actually or mainly required is to how to represent your solution to your problem. Representation is very important, I have understood. Then I have gradually started this writing journey, and these things have worked for me like magic. I have represented my problems and solutions to my problems, which I found out in various experimental papers, and then I became, and slowly my research journey actually excelled a lot. And today I am a very much successful researcher via God grace, of course, and my parents' blessings. I have written almost about 14 to 15 SCI or Science Citation Index journals, and and I have around 30 or more than 30 publications in extended SCI or Scopus journals, and around 15 or 16 international conferences and international book chapters. And my H index is continuously improving, and I'm very much hopeful and is looking with positive spirit that I'll continue my writing journey and will give my beloved students and of course my lovable audience with more books in future to come.
Really amazing, ma'am. That's very amazing. So, since you are a professor and teaching is your profession, so I would like to ask from you, is teaching a skill or an art for you?
Teaching is an art and a skill both,
Okay.
because without art you cannot make your students understand or grow their interest in the particular topic or subject which I am teaching. And without skill they won't understand anything. That means I should come up with precision or accuracy in the subject or topic I'm teaching. Preparedness is very, very important thing or mandatory before any sort of class that I should take. And I used to just assure that I should read for around 1 hour before taking any class, even after my 7 years of teaching experience. I used to go through things repeatedly over again and again in night, and then take the classes of students in the morning without looking or brushing up the things. I do not even dare to go to their class or visit them, because I will, as I have already said, the best way of being a great faculty or teacher is to being a great student always.
Yes.
So I should, and we all should go for learning things and never be afraid of learning things, because it's an art and a skill and a passion for me, of course.
Very amazing. Okay. So, ma'am, just imagine there's a student in your class who is not at all, or who is very much confused as to what he or she should, pursue as his career. So, what will
Yes.
be the advice that you would like to give to them? Like, how can they analyze themselves to know what would be right for them to choose as their career?
Yes, as a teacher, we should enable them, or we should discuss with the students at what are their strength points. That means what are they comfortable with, and the subjects we are comfortable with, we should go through them without giving a second thought. Be it artificial intelligence, be it data science, be it blockchain based cyber security solutions, we should be first we should be comfortable with working with it, and then we shall gradually make it our comfortable domain to be working with. Then teaching will of course become an art and a passion, and of course we will be learning things with full enjoyment. Just like playing a video game, it will be like a cakewalk journey for all of us if we follow our passion from heart.
Very amazing. Okay, ma'am. So, what is the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life for me at this stage of life, I've just gone experiencing new things, and as I have experienced a lot, I can never forget. So I used to jot down my experiences in the form of books, in the form of papers, in the form of conferences and journals and posters as well. And I will share my point of views with my students. And and I think Einstein is not a made in a day, neither Rome was built in a day. We should work for it, go through it, and will always should strive for finding a solution to a problem. And each and every problem is has a solution. No problem is np hard. We should go for looking through it, and we should definitely find a solution. So life is all about finding a solution to the problems we have. And also we should be learning to make our life more meaningful, of course.
Great, ma'am. Amazing. Okay, so like since you are a woman who is working professional as well, and you also would have to take care of your family and other things as well. So how do you manage both
Yes.
these things together? And you would surely be facing many, challenges when it comes to right in our daily lives. So how do you overcome all of that?
Yes, actually, I do sometimes face a lot of after a lot of strenuous tasks in all over the day. I used to face a lot of depression over time. It does not mean that it is always like a cakewalk for me, because I'm also having a family to balance as well at the same time. And for me and for every woman, family used to come first. So we should seek for balancing both our workplaces, our professional lives, and family as well. And we should give our family the requisite time they deserve, because they are the only person who will be with you till the rest of your life. Even when you grow old, they will be holding your hands no matter what. We should give them time. And at the same time, to maintain the work balance, you should take a cup of coffee, of course, and work at night. And also give yourself sometimes a movie, or you take some holiday packages. you go to roam somewhere else, just freshen your mind and get back to your work, I believe.
Very amazing. Great, ma'am. So, ma'am, in the current scenario of the country is there are lots of incidences that have been heard, right, regarding that the workplace of a woman is not that safe as we consider it to be, like the recent incidents that has happened with a doctor, as we know, right? So, so I would like to ask from you, what is your opinion about it? Like, how should the ideal workspace for a woman should be?
Yes, each and every woman, even the so-called stereotypes, harassments are faced in the workplace by both men and women alike. But in case of women, it becomes more insecure. We
Yeah.
are more unsecure or insecure than men are. But security is required for both of us. It's not actually a gender stereotype for me. Harassment can be mental as well as physical. So, at the first instance, when you feel that you are not safe, you are a little bit insecure, you should speak to your guardian or your husband or your nearby relatives or friend, whoever you are comfortable with. You should let them know that what you are going through. Then they will obviously come up with some solution. And for girls, this is very much important to learn new at nowadays, the some sort of self defense practice, some sort of karates, or keeping some peppermints in their bags. Okay, and whenever they feel safe or whenever they are going out at night, because in our profession, especially in the field of doctors or medical professionals, they are working day and night without caring about themselves. And it is not possible for us sometimes to stay at home, and we have to travel alone at some places. When we think that these things are unsuitable or, yeah, unsafe, we should say share the number of a cab or call to your mother and speak like you are pretending to be talking to like a police. You are belonging to a, say, police family. You just pretend or make things or your surroundings safer, and should report at the very first instance that you are unsafe or you are not feeling well in your wherever you are. It can be your home also. We are not are only facing harassments in our workplace, we can be insecure in your home also. So please, yeah, come forward and also discuss with your nearby relatives or friends, whoever you are comfortable, at the very first instance when you are just facing this.
Amazing, ma'am.
Self defense
Yes.
very much important. You should be able to protect yourself. We should not always wait for some superhero to come and save us. You should be superhero of yourself, and each and every girl, I believe, is a superheroine or the main character of her own life.
Amazing. That's great. So, ma'am, do you believe in spirituality?
Yes, I believe and I strongly believe in spirituality, and my source of belief comes from my mother actually. And each and every mother is nothing but a form of deity in earth. They actually bring us to life. It is because of her I'm just exploring this life, and beautifying my life is all because of her presence. And as I see my mother, I have believe in spirituality, I believe in God because of her existence. I'm blessed to have my mother.
Great, ma'am. Okay, so ma'am, now I would like to ask you if you have any message for our audience that you'd like to give to them.
Yes, my one and only piece of advice and request to each one of you is to never stop learning new things, never be afraid of, come forward with your fear, and together we can make a better place, a world, a safer place to live in. And let's help each other, because it is not possible for God to be present or omnipresent in each and everywhere. So let's help each other and make a better place to live in. And we should not feel shy, or we should not be in fear to address our most weak points or weaknesses. And we should constantly try harder to convert our weaknesses to strengths. And girls are of course obviously more stronger than men, I believe, because they are the creators of life. and they are always stronger than men because they are the only one who gives men and who brings men to earth and also girls to earth. So we are actually the source of all strength. So be positive, never feel depressed, and whenever you require refreshment, just give yourself time and space. Every
Yes.
girl requires their own time. Just give yourself a cup of coffee or a movie, or just go alone and just enjoy your life non-stop. Because once you love yourself, you can love your work, you can love your family, but before that, you should be in a better place to help others. So please take care of yourself first.
That's really amazing, ma'am. So, how was your experience with SGSH publication? And do you have any suggestion for us so that we can improve our services?
Yes, working with SGSS publication is very much rewarding for me. I have just written the book and have given them for publication, and they have also turned up very much positively to me in time, and their turnaround time is also very less, and they are also providing their publication service voluntarily. Uh, it's very much rewarding experience for me working with SGS's publication, and in future I am looking forward to publish more books with SGS publication. I
Thank
hope
you
so.
so, thank you so much, ma'am, for your such great feedback and this wonderful interview. I got to learn so many new things from you, and our audience would have also enjoyed this interview a lot. So, thank you so much for this amazing interview. Thank you.
Thank, thank you.